So I just ended up eating the lamb chops, and let me tell you, my body did not like those at all. As soon as I ate it, bang, my gut came out, my head, you know, I just feel inflamed. Not I feel it, I am inflamed. I had literally a bite of those lamb chops and I just chucked it straight in the bin, both of them. This is why I eat how I eat, guys. This is why I don't buy store bought meat. This is why I need to know where the meat's coming from. Because I don't want to ever be inflamed. It's like, it's honestly, I've just been inflamed for so long and I don't like feeling like this. Like, I'll buy just something like that, and that was from an actual, that's meant to be the best butcher on the Gold Coast, you know, voted the best butcher on the Gold Coast, and I just bought the lamb chop from there. It was meant to be grass fed as well, you know, and there's obviously something in that that is not agreeing with me. It's not raised naturally, you know, whether they're feeding it grains, whether they're, I don't know how the cow's being treated, sorry, the lamb's being treated, but I know how my body feels, and I'm now inflamed. My stomach's inflamed, and I can feel my brain, and it doesn't feel like it felt before I ate that. It also feels inflamed, and I know when I get inflamed like that from a piece of food, it usually sits inside of me for 3 days. So hopefully not, but past experiences taught me it's gonna take 3 days for this inflammation to go down. And I'm going to go through the same emotions for the next 3 days. Let's hope that's not the case. This is why I have to eat so clean, because my body just responds to food that's not clean. I was looking forward to that too, and I ate it, and now I don't feel so great. I'm so over feeling like this. Like, I've just been so long, you know. This is how it felt incorporating, different types of just different types of fruits and veggies before too. When I was eating fruits and veggies, some fruits and veggies would inflame me also. Certain types of brands of eggs would inflame me. Certain cuts of meat would inflame me exactly like I ate before. So, I'm just letting you know. For me, like, that's what I'm saying. This isn't a carnivore channel. This is 110% not a carnivore channel. I do, say that I'm doing carnivore, but it's not about just eating meat, because you can eat cuts of meat like that and you're going to get inflamed, and you can keep eating meat and still be inflamed. You know, it may be better than eating some plants, but it still affects your gut, it still affects your mind, Who knows? Might have been grass fed, but were they given that lamb antibiotics, I believe most probably. I don't know. I don't know what the hell was in that, but I know my stomach reacted to it, and it does not feel good. And I know every bloody time this happens, there's something that the way the cow was raised, or the lamb was raised, or the chicken was raised is not right. But anyway, that's that. So, friendly reminders to myself again, don't try new things, unless you trust the brand, you know where the meat's come from, do not buy it. I asked him too, and he didn't know. I shouldn't have got it. I'm so over this. Anyway, that's my venting done. Sorry to vent, but really, yeah. Today's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at this same time, 7:30. What's the time now? 8 o'clock. 8 at about 20 minutes ago. So 7:30 to 8 o'clock Wednesday. This will be completely out of my system. For some reason, this thing all the time. Whenever I get inflamed from food, it takes 3 days, depending on what type of food I eat. It's usually a 3-day event. So I don't know what goes on inside of my gut, inside of my stomach, but if any of you guys have any idea what happens within my gut within those 3 days, please let me know. Because it's been happening to me for years now. If I eat a food that, is the wrong food like I just ate, it will inflame me. And it takes me 3 days to feel like for my gut to be fully down. And then for my brain to start, thinking better. Because the thoughts that I have for the next 3 days after I'm inflamed are just not, I know they're just not ideal, and I go through these same type of emotions for the next 3 days. It's usually what happens. And I know it's got to do with my gut health because I know it's something in the food that's affecting my gut, which is affecting my brain. So, it's a gut brain connection. This is why inflammation is so prevalent, with seed oils and with different types of food you're eating. But it's not just seed oils, like I was saying, this isn't a carnivore channel. There's stuff in the meat that they're giving the animals too, which is, if they're eating antibiotics to stop them from getting diseases, now you're and me, I just ate antibiotics or whatever was in it, whatever they're feeding them, to keep them from whatever's going on. I know how my body feels, and it's just been like this for so long, like years on end. It's been like this, but I was never aware of it before. I was never aware of going to the supermarket and just buying normal meat from Coles or Woolies or wherever. I never knew that was, that could do this to me. But I've never ever in my whole life been in a state where I've never been inflamed for long periods of time. The only time I've ever not been inflamed for long periods of time is when I've done, like the last time I did carnivore in the south, the second time around, I wasn't inflamed because I was buying my beef directly from Tassie, and I was buying it from a source that I knew, like I was saying, Cape Grim or Bass Strait, and I was just buying eggs. That was it, and I had no inflammation in the body. I was the leanest I'd ever been, because I was trying to stay lean at one stage, but other than that, my whole life, I've always carried around inflammation. I always thought it was fat, but it's not fat, it's inflammation. Loads of people think that they've got extra fat on them, but believe me when I tell you, it's not fat. You may have some fat because we do have fat on us, but it's the food you're eating that are causing the inflammation. You know, whether it be, the meat that has antibiotics or whatever they're feeding the cow or how the cow's raised, I don't know, but that is causing, like right now in my gut, you can see it's not out much, but like that for me is out, right? That's an inflamed gut. And that thing will last 3 days. I know it. I know it. I already know it just by eating that. So inflammation is the leading cause to all diseases. 110% facts. Inflammation in the body. Okay, so if you eat meat that's doing that, like I just did, and I just went to the best butcher on the Gold Coast to buy that, and I asked him if it was grass fed, and he said it was. You just don't know what's in the meats. And when I was eating plants and vegetables, I was going to the organic store and buying the freshest organic stuff I could get. All right, and some organic produce would still inflame me, because of the probably chemicals and the pesticides that are on the vegetables. You know what I'm saying? So it's more than just a carnivore diet or whatever, eating organic or vegetarian, vegan. It's the quality of the food you're getting. Are you inflamed? Is it inflaming you? You know. Like I say, loads of people just don't realize it because they're inflamed 24/7. You know, loads of people have just been eating normal meat or whatever, grains, fruits, veggies that are not natural, that have a load of shit in them, load of chemicals, pesticides, antibiotics, you know, things to keep the food fresh. That's why the label on it lasts for 2 years, 3 years. How the hell does something last that long? You know, if it is, you know, in its natural state, it doesn't last that long if it's in its natural state. You know, I'm just, to be honest, I'm pissed about that. You know, and it's my fault, really. You know, but it's just really pisses me off that you know, you just think you're buying healthy, good quality stuff, but you're not. You know, it's just hard to find a place that you can trust. Who can you trust? You know what I'm saying? This is why I buy directly from the farm. You know, because I trust them there. You know, this is why when I was getting that stuff from Tassie, I ate it and my, you know, I felt good on it. There was no inflammation. My energy levels were good. You know, this is why a lot of people in this day and age, they're not healthy. You know, they're just not, because nothing is natural. It's all got shit on it, shit in it. You know, like 100 years ago, people weren't feeling like this. You know, it just wasn't like this. But anyway, that's my rant about inflammation. So yeah, if I don't make videos for the next few days, you guys, just want to let you all know that's why. You know, because this is what happens to me when I do get like this. You know, I eat a bit of food and I get inflamed and I don't feel like making videos for the next 3 days. I don't feel like exercising. I don't feel like doing jack shit, to be honest, because I feel like shit from the inside. You know, but on these days that I aren't making videos, you know, I still, you know, it's an effort. I have to force myself to train when I feel inflamed. I have to force it. I do a 5 minute session and I just force myself training. You know, when I was working, I had to force myself to go to work when I'm inflamed. You know, because I get up and I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do shit. I don't have the energy to do shit. You know, so excuse the language, but it's just how I feel. You know, about this whole situation. You know, I know what it's like to feel good and not inflamed. You know, I know what it's like for my body to be in a, you know, in a state that's healthy. You know, so as soon as I eat something that is off, like I just did, supposedly from, you know, a good source, no, my body says otherwise. So, anyway, that's that. You know, I just wanted to make a video about it. You know, because that's what I go through when I eat something that is not right, you know. And for people that are watching this, you know, whether you know it or you don't know it, you know, there's some things out there that are going to inflame you, you know, loads of things, you know. Like I said before, it's not fat, it's inflammation. Like my stomach is out right now, all right, and you guys know I ain't fat. You know what I'm saying? And when I do, in the past, when I have got inflamed, like I can put, like I know if I weigh myself right now, I'll weigh an extra, literally just by eating that bit of thing. I'll weigh an extra kilo and a half from the inflammation. You know, when I was at my biggest, I was like 75 kilos, which is like, I don't know, 13 kilos heavier than I am now. And it wasn't because I was fat, it's because I was inflamed from the food, from the meat, from the you know, vegetables, from the potatoes that I buy that weren't organic, that had other shit in them, even from some of the, you know, fruits that I was eating that weren't organic would also give me inflammation, you know, because of the shit that's sprayed on it, you know. So yeah, a lot of people out there, yeah, you're not fat, you know, for real. It's inflammation. If you get rid of the inflammation, everything else will sort itself out, you know. That's really what it is. Get rid of inflammation, your body will be able to process everything that's in there, and you will be your ideal body weight. Anyway, that's the video. Wish me luck in the next 3 days. I'm gonna need it. I don't like feeling like this. But anyway.